The quieter you become, the more you can hear. Such are the profound words of Ram Dass. Welcome to today's talk on the power of pause, navigating the importance of slowing down in adolescence. I'm your host, Shami Pruthi, Vice President of Anon Global Foundation. And today we delve into how society's obsession with instant gratification, quick gains, and the pursuit of fame and money impacts adolescents. In a world driven by technology and social media, success is often measured by likes, shares, and comments or followers, leading to impulsive decision making and shallow relationships. This relentless pursuit of short term rewards can result in burnout, anxiety, and a lack of fulfillment. So it's crucial to recognize the significance of patience, perseverance, and delayed gratification in achieving meaningful success. By fostering a culture of values, authenticity, and genuine connection, we can guide adolescents towards long term well being and fulfillment. So, today we discuss the power of pause and the importance of slowing down in the tumultuous journey of adolescence. And joining us are two esteemed guests who bring unique perspectives to this topic. First of all, we have with us Dr. Heather Smith, the founder of Mystical Meditation, an online platform sharing Joel Goldsmith's work. She has been studying and practicing the Infinite Way teachings for over 30 years. Dr. Smith also hosts spiritual talks, meditation groups, and events online and in person. Welcome to the show, Dr. Smith.
Hello, it's lovely to be here with you.
Joining us as well is Yanni Charalambos, a clearing the mind expert and life coach who is dedicated for last 8 years to guiding individuals through inner stillness and positive thinking. It's a pleasure to have you with us, Yanni.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Lovely. So let's dive straight into the topic. So, Yanni, what is the concept of pause and why is it considered a powerful tool, especially when we talk about navigating the challenges of adolescence?
The concept of pause and why is it considered a powerful tool is by letting go of the attachment of thoughts and emotions in the moment. The non-reaction to what we perceive as a negative that shows up in the subconscious mind data, because we have 11 million memories replaying per second and we have no idea what thought is going to come up next. So when we react, if we react in a negative way, to the non-analyze and non-reaction to that thought is the power of just being in that present moment and being still. So it's powerful to be at pause, especially for adolescents, especially because they're going through so much in the pressure of what is going on in the moment, to just let go and just be at one with yourself.
Absolutely. And that's so true for the adolescents when a lot of hormonal changes and a lot of emotional things happening within the adolescence. So, Dr. Smith, from your perspective and teachings in the Infinite Way, how does embracing moments of pause contribute to inner stillness and personal growth during the pivotal life stages like adolescence?
Okay, well, I think that taking the time to pause throughout the day is important for all of us at all stages of life, but especially when we're going through challenging times or new experiences, such as in adolescence. It helps to ground us and keep us centered, and is a positive way of learning to cope with new life situations. Joel Goldsmith, who was the author of The Infinite Way, Spiritual Teachings, suggested that it can be helpful to stop at certain times during the day, to pause for a few moments and perhaps listen within. So, for example, when you wake up in the morning, just pausing for a few moments to, as I say, listen within, or when we eat our breakfast, mindfully sitting down, mindfully eating the food, just helps us to be fully present in the moment. When you walk through a door, and so on throughout the day. And we can give ourselves permission just to be in that moment.
So beautifully said, be in the moment. And it's so true with this profound analogy that's found in nature. When we see the fruits ripening on the trees, they gain sweetness, color, texture, when they're allowed to pause and mature on the branches. So similarly, when we are in our lives, the moments of pause allow us to ripen, develop, and enrich our experiences. So beautifully said.
Thank
So
you.
going to Yanni. Yanni, could you elaborate on how the techniques like sitting meditation, visualization, or actively moving, such as walking in nature, can help the adolescents find solace amidst their overwhelming emotions?
Yeah, sure. Sitting and meditation gives us an opportunity to observe the thoughts, because there's so many different type of meditations out there: sitting, silent meditation, mantras, and it gives us the opportunity to observe the thoughts and the emotions of what's going on in the moment without reacting, and thus visualizing ourselves being somewhere in a place of peace and harmony, like our favorite beach or nature walk, wherever we feel that brings that inner calmness and peace of harmony in the moment. Walking in nature does wonders to connect with divine creation, the sounds, the colors, all the senses around within what is going on within ourselves. We get to embrace the love and the beauty of the abundance of what we have. And thus then we exercise as well, so we're moving in the moment, and it's keeping us busy, but without being aware of what's going on. So we're focusing on that inner peace whilst walking, so we're connecting the mind, body, and soul at one.
Yeah.
True. And as Deepak Chopra has said, that in the midst of movement and chaos, keep stillness inside of you. So, Dr. Smith, what techniques do you recommend for adolescents to incorporate the moments of pause into their daily lives?
Okay, well, beside the practices of consciously stopping throughout the day, as I've just suggested, there are many ways that we can incorporate stillness into our life. And meditation doesn't have to be for long periods. Just stopping for a few seconds or a minute will enable you to reap the benefits of being still. So, for example, consciously stopping on the hour, every hour, just for a few moments, to savor just being in the moment. That can be really powerful. And it can be as simple as merely closing your eyes just for a few seconds, so that you're not reacting to your thoughts about the world. You're just aware of the thoughts, and as Yanni's just said, the sounds and the sensations that are happening around you. And being fully present in your body helps too, especially if you're experiencing pain or worry or agitation. So you can watch the feeling or watch the pain or the emotion, just observe it. And you might find this hard at first because the mind's used to following a habitual train of thought. But the mind really wants something to do. So the more you practice, the easier it becomes, and the quicker the thought or the emotion or the pain subsides.
This reminds me of a verse in the Bhagavad Gita, which says the mind is restless and it's difficult to restrain, but it is subdued by practice. So,
Yeah.
So, Yanni, how can meditation help one manage stress and build resilience?
Meditation, it brings you peace of mind in the moment, inner calmness, and it creates a place of comfort to let go. And as mentioned before, there's various meditations available out there in the moment that suits each individual's needs, including stillness meditation, silent meditation, mantras, positive affirmations to bring that inner calmness within you, and also heart breathing as well to kind of bring that state of oneness in the moment.
And that's what the Guru Granth Sahib says, Man jeete, jag jeete, which means when you conquer your own mind, you conquer the whole world. And that sums up what you all said, Johnny. So beautifully summed up. So, Dr. Smith, how can mindfulness and meditation practices benefit the adolescents who are struggling with depression? And how does cultivating inner stillness contribute to adolescent mental health and well-being?
Okay, before I answer that, I'd just like to add or embellish on what Yanni said, and I'm sure he'll agree with me on this, that because there are so many different meditation and mindfulness practices out there, it's perfectly okay to explore some and find the one that feels right for you, because something that's right for me or for Yanni might not necessarily be right for someone else. And I think whatever brings one a sense of inner stillness and inner peace is probably the best path for the individual. But in answer to your question, Shami, meditation and mindfulness are so beneficial for our mental health and our overall well-being. You'll gradually find that as you're consistent with the practice, it becomes easier to remain calm in difficult situations. And also your skin becomes healthier and more vibrant the more you continue with the practice. And your relationships improve because you're being mindful and not reacting on autopilot in ways that you would have done previously. Regarding depression, well, meditation can help us become conscious of our thoughts and emotions by just observing them and sitting with them, enabling us to realize that we don't have to believe our thoughts. We can question whether or not our thoughts are actually true, and that can be incredibly powerful. And I think it's important to point out again that meditation is a distraction for the mind. So it gives the mind something to do other than dwelling on negative thoughts and emotions. So, for example, we can consciously instruct the mind to listen within as a way of being still, or we can consciously feel the energy in our hands, or perhaps even become aware of the light radiating out of our heart, and that can bring an inner calmness.
So, which means when we meditate or go in inner silence and stillness, the results are visible not only in our behavior and our habits, but it is physically, the symptoms and the ways we can see how, as you said, how our body starts becoming healthier and visibly radiant.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
So this is so beautiful. The results are instantly visible. When I say instantly, not right away, but gradually you start seeing and then they stay with us. So, Yanni, from your experience, how does inner stillness impact the decision making and emotional regulation in adolescents? How does pause empower the adolescents in decision making, especially when they are not sure what path to take?
Answering section 1 is by being still in the moment, we can create clarity in the mind and thus calmness. It brings more rational thoughts and choices in the moment versus the chaos of the mind, which creates disharmony and possibly making irrational choices in the moment. And that's really key to to being still in the moment and understanding what is going on, especially with the power of pause. So being in that moment of stillness, then we're able to know what thought is coming through, but then avoid reacting if it's negative, and just kind of processing whatever is going on in the moment, to be still, to be at one, and then to choose to either let go of that thought if it serves us no purpose, or if it's a positive thought, then we can have that rational choice by making the right decision in the moment.
So what you're trying to say is that there is a pause, is that still time between the stimulus and the response.
Yeah, it gives us more clarity to be being paused and stay in that moment. It brings more clarity, and thus we can tap into our intuition and gut feeling, especially when it comes to decision making as well, and knowing what path to take, especially for adolescents, to trust in the process of the universe and avoid the peer pressure from people's beliefs and past experiences, and wanting to control the situation, even though it's parents and so on, and they know best and so on. But again, that puts extra pressure on the adolescents to go via a path that they may not feel is right for them in the moment, because things will change and life will change, and our purpose and passion will change over time. So it's trusting your own intuition and gut feeling in the moment.
So true. How it empowers our adolescents during this critical time, because they are so led by the peer pressure and the emotional reactions. And this power of pause can really help us make those decisions. So it has been lovely talking to you. Any final message that you would like to give to us, Heather?
Well, it's been an absolute joy talking to you as well, and I'm so supportive of the work that you do here. I'm sure it's a big blessing to all. Thank you very much for inviting us here today. If anyone would like to learn more about meditation, or would simply like to reach out to meditate together, you're welcome to contact either myself or Yanni, and I think you're including our contact details in the description. I also host a WhatsApp group which joins together every day for healing meditation, and everyone's welcome to join us for that.
That's lovely. I'll be the first one to do that. And for sure, we will add on to the description the link tree shares that the things that you've shared with us. So the final message from you, Yanni, anything you'd like to add on?
Yeah, thank you again for this invitation, this opportunity, and again, the details that you shared, people can contact myself and Heather. I offer meditation as well, clearing the mind, and life coaching sessions if anyone is interested.
Lovely, lovely. So thank you both, Heather and Yanni, Dr. Smith, for sharing your profound insights on the transformative potential of embracing moments of pause in our lives. Your perspectives truly highlight the importance of stillness amidst life's constant motion. So before I end, I'm very fond of bringing in analogies, and the whole conversation, is bringing another analogy to my mind, and that is of the red light amidst the rush of life's highway. So it's in that moment when we are compelled to halt our relentless forward motion, bringing chaos to a temporary standstill. So let's all bring this pause, the power of pause amidst the bustling traffic of our life, enable us to find clarity, perspective, and peace, just as the red light allows us for a moment of respite. These moments of pause are essential for our growth, well-being, and inner stillness. So thank you, Heather. Thank you, Yanni, for this enlightening discussion. And to all our listeners, may we all embrace the power of pause and find serenity amidst life's journey. Because as Rumi says, silence is the language of God. All else is poor translation. So thank you to all our listeners. You can find all such enlightening talks and discussions with lots of experts in different domains on Anon YouTube channel and other platforms that we have. Looking forward to seeing you all for another enlightening discussion. Till then, stay tuned. And once again, thank you, Yanni. Thank you, Dr. Smith. It was really a pleasure to have you. The quieter you become,